What's up, everyone? A lot of franchises have certain elements they revisit every now and then. For Godzilla, it's breaking trains. For Spider-Man, it's lifting a ton of debris off him. And with Ninja Turtles, it's the monumental fight with Shredder on a rooftop. The first issue of the original Mirage comics set the standard for this trend. There is something thematic about 4 mutant turtles who trained underground for the first 15 years of their lives, move up, and tackle the monster who caused all their pain. Well, their master's pain. The fight with Shredder here is hands down the bloodiest, most brutal out of all the Rooftop Shredder fights. No punches pulled, this is purely unapologetic revenge. The Turtles did not start out as heroes. They instigated the fight, they challenged Shredder. They went up on the rooftop to make sure that Shredder dies that night, be it seppuku or him getting himself blown up. As murky as their origin was, this fight was the highlight of the first issue, and it's been carried over to multiple versions throughout the years. Not so much in the 87 series. Yeah, 192 episodes and the Turtles never had a proper Shredder rooftop fight. In the first episode, they fought Foot Ninja on a rooftop, which did happen in Mirage, but no Shredder. The closest we have to a Shredder rooftop fight with the Turtles is in the episode 4 Musketurtles, where Leonardo, while thinking he's D'Artagnan of the Three Musketeers, climbs up a platform and fights Shredder.
Not so fast, Richelieu!
Stop calling me Richelieu and stop jumping around!
The 1990 movie. Oh, now we're talking. The first ever live-action rooftop fight. Like in Mirage, the Turtles deal with Foot Ninja, but there's way more levity here. The jovial music, the Turtles being cheeky, but when Shredder shows up, the music is quiet, slower, and more eerie. And unlike in Mirage, the Turtles don't beat Shredder. They're no match for him. Leo's the only one to get a single hit on him. They needed Splinter to defeat Shredder, and I'm not a big fan of that. It does show a Splinter avenging his master Hamato Yoshi, but I'd rather see the teenage students beat Shredder. It's more cathartic that way. Another factor that brings this fight down for me, the Turtles never team up. They only fight Shredder one at a time. Why didn't they join up and tackle him all together? I'm not saying they 100% would have won if they did that, but they could have tried at least. Next mutation. Also no Shredder rooftop fight. Even if there was one, it would have had cartoony sound effects over and over again like all the other fight scenes. It would have sucked. The first Shredder rooftop fight in the 2003 series was a little too dragged out for me. Although to make this one different, it becomes a manhunt against the Turtles later on. And once again, Splinter defeats Shredder. In Turtles Forever, the climax starts on a rooftop, and there are direct references to the first Mirage issue, said by the Mirage Turtles.
Shredder! We are here! Shredder, face us!
Shredder! Do you fear us?
The rest is more of a city battle and not really a rooftop fight. The fight in the IDW comics, I shall not spoil. Please read the IDW comics, they are really good. The 2014 movie, definitely the most expensive rooftop fight. And it has a lot going for it, I gotta say. There is a lot of urgency here. They're on a doomsday clock, and Splinter isn't there to save the Turtles. He already fought Shredder, and he lost. He's injured. Now the 4 are on their own. Right before the fight, the Turtles are waiting in an elevator and have one final lighthearted moment. The fight itself, you can tell Shredder is just toying with them, mimicking Donnie's bow, using Mikey's nunchuck against Raph. And when he's had enough, he just says, the lesson is over. But the Turtles work together and manage to beat him. Well, phase 1, but the best written, best choreographed, and best executed Shredder rooftop fight is in the 2012 series. They've been building up to this one, and it's in one of my favorite episodes, The Gauntlet. And how does the episode start? With the introduction of Pigeon Pete.
We don't talk about Pigeon Pete.
Meanwhile, Donnie crafts his smoke bombs, which Mikey naturally goes to town with.
I'd better get Splinter. We don't really need...
Michelangelo said you wanted to see me?
As April tells the Turtles about the pigeon, they ultimately don't take it that seriously. It's an easy job, they'll take care of it. But Splinter warns them not to be so overconfident. But his wise words aren't getting to them, as Leo gives a brief recap about their previous adventures.
Sensei, in the past few months, we've taken down giant spiders, plant creatures, alien robots, and an army of ninjas. Maybe we're not overconfident. Maybe we're just that good.
Eventually, they meet up with Pigeon Pete, who has a message for April from her father, who has been kidnapped by the Krang. So the Turtles set out to one of the high-tech underground bunkers to save him, but they fail. And they quickly forget about this failure by the time they get to the rooftop to stop the Krang from mutating the entire city. And about the rooftop. It starts off with the Turtles taking a few Krangbots out, and I love the camera work here. Following that, the Turtles try to stop the timer, which they argue about, showing us that they're still young and unfocused. Shredder's best men, Chris Bradford and Zever, who the Turtles had previous run-ins with, show up for one last battle as humans. The Turtles gotta stop the mutagen bomb, and Bradford and Zever refuse to dishonor Shredder by failing again.
We've both failed, Master Shredder. Can you live with that shame?
If that thing goes off, it'll wipe us all out.
Yeah! I'd rather perish with honor than live in shame.
And I think the sword that Bradford uses is the same one that Mikey held in the episode New Friend, Old Enemy. Donnie disarms the bomb out of dumb luck. As Donnie joins in the fight, the music track is the same one used in the first episode, when the Turtles go up to the surface for the first time, showing us they're in control. With their enemies cornered, Bradford cuts through the glass in a failed attempt to wipe the Turtles out. The mutagen is unleashed, and both he and Zever are out of the picture for now. And the Turtles celebrate, listing their victories of the day while ignoring their failures. And they cap it off with such irony.
Yeah, we're not overconfident.
We're just that good.
So about the title of this video.
Your skills are impressive. But they will not save you.
The Turtles and the Shredder meet for the first time, and right off the bat, the lighting is darker and ominous. Mikey throws a smoke bomb while being a smartass about it, but...
So long, sucker!
We're gonna f***ing die.
The fight is on. Raph is the first to charge at him, just like in Mirage. The Turtles quickly realize that Shredder is in another league. You see how worried they are about each other, with Leo shouting, "Raph!" and Donnie's, "Leo!" There's this brief moment when Mikey checks on Raph after he's been knocked down, and they give each other a quick look of confidence. I really like that. The Turtles get only a few hits on Shredder, and every time they do, you want to cheer for him. I want to jump out of my seat going, "Yeah, get him, Raph!" With his Kusaigama, Mikey pins Shredder to the sign, leaving him in a short state of shock. But this doesn't last. He slices part of the electric sign and it falls on Mikey, prompting the other Turtles to come to the rescue, and it all culminates in one final stare down. The Turtles are battered, bruised, they barely have any energy left, but they charge against Shredder one last time, and they lose. Shredder interrogates Leo on where Splinter is, promising a quick death if he complies. The look in Leo's eye, you can tell he's afraid. But the now mutated Zever and Bradford distract Shredder long enough for the Turtles to escape, much to his ire. Back home, the Turtles are exhausted, afraid, frustrated. They admit to Splinter that they have been overconfident. They needed Shredder to teach them that. This is the beginning of a major turning point. The more easygoing, cheerful days of the past are over. Two of their adversaries are now mutants, meaning they're faster, stronger, and more skilled. And the Shredder will come back for them, time and time again. And the catalyst of that change? The rooftop fight. This truly is one of the best Ninja Turtles fight scenes ever, and man is it hard to top. A few nods to the first Mirage issue is nice, but what really gives this weight is the message behind it.
You were right about us being overconfident, Sensei. There are some things we're just not ready for.
The Turtles do shape up later. In their final rooftop fight with Shredder in the episode Owari, they immediately start the fight working together, not going one at a time. One of the most important fights in the show, and one of the best in Turtle history. Thanks for watching. Which Shredder rooftop fight is your favorite? Let's keep the dialogue going. Till next time.